Hi everyone, welcome back to Talk with Tara Lynn, and I am over the moon. Last week's episode with Carly Red went viral. We made it to the Shade Room. We made it to Hollywood Unlocked. We also made it to the YBF, just to name a few. But I got so much to tell in so little time, so let's cue the intro.
These my dollars make it hurt.
On this episode, I got to sit down with BBG Fee and Calliope Var, so you know it's going to be hot. I think my special guest just arrived. We'll be right back.
What's up, man? It's your man P. Tomo, man. You heard me? Shouting out my sister, you understand me? Talk with Tara. Make sure y'all subscribe, tune in, and watch every interview she drops. Because everything she's talking about is automatically official. You heard me? I'll let you go out of P. Tomo and I'm out.
Okay, you saw on last week's Tara Wants to Know, and she came back to co-host with your girl. Let's welcome Lisa Marie.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I had so much fun on the show last time. Hitting the Streets was amazing. So many people wanted to come talk, and oh my God, hot.
Well, you did an amazing job, so we had to have you back.
Some of those questions were scary.
Well, that's Tara Wants to Know.
I know. I love it because we get real answers. I love it. Nobody held back, so it was really fun. It was amazing. I was kind of scared of some of the answers. I was like, oh.
Well, no, that's the thing. You want them to give you crazy answers, and you did an awesome job. So thank you so much, and thank you for being back here.
I'm so happy to be here. We have known each other forever, like what, 12 years now, and I know your mother, so we're like family.
Oh, we are family.
Yeah, family. Yes. We've been around the block.
Yes.
So, yeah,
but I want people to know who Lisa Marie really is.
And I asked you, I said, what do you think I should say? Because I was like, I don't know what I should say, but I would
say who you really are.
Say who I really am. So I would say I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a media sensation. That's what I want to put down. Cause, yeah, kind of.
That's a good way to put it.
But honestly, I got my start, very humble beginnings. I started as the B97B. At B97, that horrible costume.
Oh my God, I can't imagine your little pretty self in a bee costume.
Well, my dad's a DJ.
Okay.
He told me you're never getting into media, no TV, no media, no nothing. It's a horrible career, you're not gonna do it. And I went behind his back and his boss said, I'll pay you $50 if you dress up like the B97B and go to these appearances. And I said, done.
Oh
so
my
that
gosh.
was my first job. I did it for like 4 months in the heat in Louisiana. Horrible, and that suit smelled like everybody who had ever worn it.
I can imagine.
So that's how I got my start. Then I started board hopping for B97, midnight to 5 a.m. every night. So that's how I got, you know, my bones in radio.
Yeah.
From that, I ended up crossing over into traffic on the radio. My biggest accomplishment that I'm very proud of, as you know, is after Katrina, I was the first reporter to do a traffic report on the air. So I didn't even know like what roads were open.
Right, right.
You know? So after Katrina, I was the first one on the air, but we're aging ourselves, right?
Yes, yes,
part, right?
she's saying a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But from that, I ended up going into television, and I worked for Channel 6, and I worked for Channel 4, and I did some reporting and also some traffic, and it was a lot of fun, and I've done some infomercials, I've done some little movie parts, and
so much.
Now I'm hitting the streets with Talk with Tara, so yeah.
Well, how amazing is that? And we are so grateful to have you.
And I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
We have children. Oh my God, our little girls are the same age.
Oh God, family, husband, kids. I mean, we've come so far when we were single and petite and had no stretch marks.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But now life is good. Life is good. Right. I mean, look at us. We still look amazing.
Full circle.
Yes.
Full circle, right? But I always knew you would do great things because I knew a decade ago when you tried, I was like, okay, you are determined. And then you had your children, you had your family. And when you came back, I knew that this would be amazing. So it's great to see you spread your wings and fly. And girl, I can't wait to see what you do next.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the next Talk with Tara.
Oh my God, yes. You know we're always coming with the heat.
Yes. I love it. So many people are like coming up to sit there. When I had the mic, everybody wanted to know. Everybody came up.
Yeah, we're going to make this a big thing, and I'm so glad that you're a part of it. This is like huge. So hey y'all, we have a new segment that we're presenting today. It is Tara's Tea with Lisa Marie. Okay, look. I know we're on this positive thing, and we're going to stay positive because we don't judge nobody. But we still like the tea, right? Well, I like the tea. So we have Lisa Marie to do my dirty work because I don't want to get in trouble being negative, but I still want the negative. So Lisa Marie is going to bring the hot tea, and I got my teacup. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Hi everybody, this is Tara's Tea and I'm Lisa Marie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't know about you guys, but I like to look a lot on TikTok. It's one of my favorite social media venues, but lately there's been a lot of negativity going on, and one of the things that happened was, if you watch Wendy Williams' show, now I'm a big fan, but she introed a TikTok star, this kid Swavey, who was killed horrifically in the streets just recently, and it was very disrespectful. It happened a couple weeks ago and people are still talking, but you know what? You don't have to take my word for it. You can see it yourself. This is Wendy Williams introducing his death. According to her, no one even knows this kid. I did, and I didn't think it was very nice. So let's take a look.
You have more followers.
Well, as my son Kevin would say, no one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved. So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning. Now, according to our friends at MediaTakeout.com, hi Fred, the killer confessed on Instagram Live. He said that Swavey invited him out and alleges that Swavey and the friends that were with Swavey jumped him and tried to kill him. So he had a gun and did the killing. So somebody's dead. The guy who was invited over, he's dead.
Swavey is, dead.
Swavey is now dead.
Correct.
Oh. All those followers. Yeah, that's really only 19 years old.
Okay, you guys, that was pretty brutal. And I think Wendy Williams, I think she owes the mother an apology. She came forward and she said she's a lifelong Wendy Williams fan. So I think she owes her an apology, I really do. But it comes hand in hand with a lot of these social media stars being the stars of today. Addison Rae is a great example. She got hired and fired by the UFC in one day. Don't know if you guys know the story, but basically Dana White, who owns the UFC, hired her because she has no experience being a fight commentary at all. She doesn't know anything about fight, MMA, nothing. And so he actually hired her and fired her because everybody flipped out and they said, why should she be on there hosting any kind of fight? So he fired her in the same day. And for those of us here in Louisiana right now, we're all freaking out about the Free Britney movement. Hashtag Free Britney. She needs to have her father out of control of all her money. Her family needs to step out and let her control everything. I don't understand how these rock stars can go crazy and they're okay having all their money, but people had to sweep in and help Britney Spears. It sounds to me like her family just wants to funnel all the money and be supported by her forever, and I don't think it's fair. So hashtag Free Britney, and that's where I stand on that. That was Tara's Tea. I'm Lisa Marie. Back to you, Tara.
I'm here. So keep doing your thing, keep killing it, and keep making your way. You'll look up one day and you'll be like, damn, all the bitches that tried to shut me out, they got to look at me on billboards, every major city. They got to look at me making all this fucking money. They got to look at me interviewing all the people that would never go to their platform. All of them got to eat it. They got to eat it.
Okay, Lisa Marie, are you ready to play? Tara wants to know.
Born ready. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Tara wants to know, What song do you want to hear at your funeral?
At my funeral.
At your funeral.
Okay, so I'm just dying here. Okay, so at my funeral. Oh, okay.
But
that's a little.
Listen, no, you listen. What song do you want to hear at your funeral? Can you hear at your funeral?
No, you can't.
All right.
Okay. See, I'm catching on. Okay. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what do? Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't be hearing anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so that was a trick question.
I've learned something today.
Okay. Tara has jokes.
Tara has
All right.
lots of jokes. Yeah, you're still funny, girl.
Okay. All right, seriously.
Okay.
Tara wants to know, if you had to give up anything in your life, what would it be?
Ooh, and I have to.
You have to give up one thing in your life. What would it be?
Wow. Is it food, drink, phone, technology?
Anything. If you had to give it up and you never can touch it, feel it, taste it, embrace it, indulge in it ever again, what would it be?
So many things that I like that are so.
I know.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Oh gosh, I'd probably have to say, Coca-Colas.
Coke?
Yeah, like I'd probably get rid of it because they're so bad for you.
But they're so good.
And they're so good, right? And that's why, because it's a slippery slope for me.
Yeah.
Like I love the Coca-Colas. Yeah. So like it's probably that. And now that they got like cherry vanilla Coke, oh my god, like that's my happy place.
Oh.
I love those cherry vanilla Cokes. Yeah. So I could just like to do a whole thing about that. Yeah. So I would do that as a sacrifice to better myself.
Okay.
That way. Yeah.
Like giving it up for Lynn.
There was a lot of thought behind that. So yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. Coke. Okay.
Right.
So, last question. Tara wants to know, if you got deserted on an island, who would you bring? Who's the one person that you would bring with you?
On a deserted island. You, because you could get things done.
Me?
Get us out of there. You would get us out. You would make a raft, and you would.
I don't know who Lisa thinks that Tara Lynn is.
Your mind would be going, because I know you. If you don't like something, you would get us out of there, as you've done in previous occasions. So
I love the way you segued into that. But to be totally honest, I don't like to get dirty, Lisa.
Me neither.
We would be like stuck. We would be stuck on the island because I would not make the canoe. I would not get us off.
You don't think we'd be creative? We'd come up with something like I take my weave and take your weave and we put it together. And
I think we would come up with it together.
Together.
But I do not think that I would do it by myself, because I'll be like, you gonna help? No, I'm just kidding. But that's a really good answer. Okay, well that would be fun. We would have fun.
Teamwork. We do it together.
We would never be bored on this island.
And they'd find two very glamorous looking skeletons.
Yes, because we would find makeup.
Yep, our weaves
some kind of way.
We use coconuts and stuff to do our makeup.
Exactly. We'll be pretty when we're rescued, because I don't think we would do anything to rescue ourselves. Okay.
So,
All right. Well, that was awesome.
There we go.
This is Lisa Marie and Tara Lynn, and I know you loved it because I loved it. That was amazing.
Thank you for having me. So happy to be here. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to see what you do next. Like I'm waiting on the edge of my seat.
Oh, girl, wait. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Yes. Talk with Tara Lynn has some hot things coming up, and I'm so glad that you're a part of it. You're definitely coming back.
All right.
Right?
Yes, of course.
She's coming back.
I'm living here now. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, you're already family, so. Okay, Lisa, as you know, I had the opportunity to sit down with New Orleans originals, Black Balloon Fee and Calliope Var. Straight up original bosses.
Yeah.
Yes, and they gave me an awesome interview. You ready to check it out?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody
Sit
gives
back.
the best interviews with you too.
Yes, because they love me. No. I just really try to make people comfortable, because I want to be genuine and I want people to give me genuine conversation, and that's exactly what they did.
Authentic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Are you ready to check it out?
I am. Yeah.
Let's go. So today on Talk with Tara Lynn, we have two of the most legendary individuals in New Orleans, in Louisiana, on the West Bank, in Baton Rouge, here sitting with me today. We have Calliope Var, oh my God, the legendary, and we have Fee from BBG. I'm doing it big, right?
That's a hell of an intro. Appreciate that.
Did y'all like that?
Shit, yeah.
Are we cool with that? I have legends here, so I have to make sure that they're cool, all right? So how are y'all doing today?
Great. Good.
I'm great.
Blessed to be alive every day. Free, breathing. You know, you get to eat what you want to eat, go where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So every day's a good day, even the bad days.
Right. I really appreciate y'all being here, considering like with everything going on in the world with the pandemic and coronavirus. How did y'all handle that?
I lost the real one.
You lost somebody.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My partner.
Your partner. Did it happen like towards the beginning?
Yeah, it was early on. The hospitals didn't know what they was doing around that time.
Yeah, it was crazy. How did you handle it? I mean, with the kid, you have the baby.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
I think I caught it early on.
You caught it?
Yeah.
You think you caught it?
I mean, I was down for about like two weeks.
Really?
I just never got tested, but everybody in my family caught it.
Oh my God. So this was like at the beginning too, when nobody really knew what was going on?
Everybody in my family caught it toward the end.
Oh my God.
But they made it.
Everybody made it through. That's awesome. What was the secret tea? Because I was doing some tea.
I kept my immune system up, so when I caught it really ain't knocked me down. Like,
okay, so wait, you caught it too?
Yeah, I caught it.
Oh my God.
I ducked the whole pandemic and went to Miami for Halloween and caught it.
And caught it in Miami?
For Halloween.
For Halloween. So you should have just stayed home.
I was like ducked. I was ducked off.
And you just wanted to get out and you caught it in Miami. Miami, huh?
Miami, out of all places.
Out of all places.
Out of all places.
Oh my God.
I'd rather go uptown to catch it than go in Miami and catch it.
I know, huh? Like catch it at home than go to Miami, huh?
Thanks.
But that's okay. Y'all are here, and that's the blessing in it. We made it through. We're 2021, considering everything crazy that has happened in 2020 and 2021. We're still here. We're blessed, and we're alive, right?
Thanks.
All right. So I know y'all have been friends for a while, right? Right? Brothers. Do y'all want to give us a little background on?
He always be telling the story.
You want to give us a little background on Fee and Var? Like what?
The story crazy because I had went to Atlanta to go record some records. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I had got stabbed up on some stupid shit playing and got sliced. So I go to sleep all the way to Baton Rouge. Get to Baton Rouge, we record music. But he popping in and out the studio. I don't know if he with Red Vicks or he by himself just popping in. So we knocked the records out. So now we come back to New Orleans and get a video shoot. Now he the same dude recording the video. So I'm thinking he the video man. Yeah. I'm not knowing he is who he is. So every time I go to Saks, they keep asking me about this cat, right? He was like, man, he just brought them same shoes up. Yeah, he came and got what you got. But we never knew, he never told me he was Asian. First, he just keep asking me a name.
Right.
So I asked my DJ 5150, I said, man, who dude is with the camera? Like, he got a good eye for the video. Like, the video came out nice. He like, man, that's Fee. That's the CEO.
You had no clue?
I had no clue because he was so humble. He was so humble in handling the business. Like, in our field, most people who handle the business ain't really laid back, like us hands-on.
Right.
Most people, you know, they on that dang dash kick, like they yelling and they won't be seen. They're not, it's more play than business. He was strictly on business, like peeping in, making sure the business was ran right, but quiet.
Yeah.
So from there.
Not to cut you off, but my whole thing with that dude is like, just showing like the young people, like there's no limitations, like you can't be, like you gotta get beside yourself and be like, look, I'm not finna just stop myself, because some people be like, oh, I'm a boss, you know, I ain't gonna do this and that.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the end of the day, you gotta lead by example and show people, like, you want a video shot, you ain't gotta wait on nobody, like, go get a camera and shoot it, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta
like,
do.
Make it happen, like, don't stop, keep going.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. Do you feel like having that attitude is what puts you where you are right now as BBG, you know, the success that you've had?
I don't know, I really don't even put no thought into it. I just be like, at the moment, it's just like, you know.
You just do what needs to be done.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just like, ain't no thinking, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you just do what's there for you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go roll with the punches.
Yeah.
No matter what circumstances, situation you're in, you know, like, you gotta make it happen.
Right. So I know you're from the West Bank, and you're from the Callio, right? Yeah. Callio Bush, y'all see that? Look at our hands, we got a hat. Okay, So you have been in the different communities around Louisiana, Baton Rouge, West Bank, New Orleans, and you've been with them because y'all have had history. Why do you think people receive you the way they receive you? Because you know you're totally respected in this industry.
Well, to me, I mean, his brand is Hood Store. So, like, you know, like, during our time, like, a Hood Store is somebody who, like, you know, like, they give knowledge to the youngins. They're not just taking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, like, they build up their street reputation and they might use people just because, he look like he could hold it down. You know, like a lot of people, like, and ain't even no flex. Like, people really keep people around you because they shooters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For their own benefits. But when you know you a real hood star, like, you not looking for nothing. Like, I don't want you to shoot for me. Like, I don't need you to shoot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna show you a different way to
I'm
get
gonna show you how to get a bag.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna show you how to, you know, just not even a handout, but I'm gonna show you how I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. And you can take what I'm doing and apply it to whatever you're doing in your everyday life. Because at the end of the day, like, I mean, as a hood star, you know, what he represents is like, you know, if we around each other, like, we gonna protect each other. Right. We ain't gonna have people like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, you hold it down, look, give you the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if I go somewhere, he be like, you straight? I be like, I'm good, bro. And I turn around, he right behind me, like, you know, in the restroom somewhere, like, man, shit, it's wicked out here. You know?
Right.
You know, so it's like, you know, like, we look out for each other, but the whole mentality of, you know what I'm saying, just looking out for people and you know, having a real heart. Mm-hmm. And, you know, in the streets, it's difficult because, like, you know, like, as we was talking earlier, like, I feel like if you really look at people in the game, and if you see, like, the old heads still around, it's like they have a balance of spiritual and ego. Mm-hmm. And, you know, everybody got an ego, and the ego is not associated with negative. An ego is really a self-defense mechanism to be like, oh, you about that? I'm about that too.
Right.
You know, but your spirit is what's going to give you longevity to survive.
Yeah.
So people who is still around, you be like, man, I remember him. He was with the shits, but he living, he around. And you might not see it, but he done looked out for a lot of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being a hood store, you're not going to show every time you look out for somebody because that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you're going to do this from the heart, you're not going to always let it be known, but...
What you do.
Yeah, so, you know, people who've been around, you know, people who've been around with longevity, is like, they have a perfect understanding of spirit and ego. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a balance.
I know Charleston White, I don't know if y'all heard that interview where he said that Asians don't do anything for the community. Like, you know that Fee has done some things for people, for the community, for music alone. How do y'all feel about somebody saying that when you know what you've done and you know what he's done?
I mean, for somebody saying that, it's just speculation.
Okay.
You feel me? It just say like all people out the hood is stupid. All white people hate black people. Like, you know, people speculating, don't know what they speculating on.
Right.
It's what they see.
Okay.
And if you see Fee out there doing everything hands-on, then he not doing it for the heart, he doing it for the publicity.
Right.
Like, Fee really he like a hidden hand. Like, if a mama need help, you ain't about to hear, oh man, I had to help such and such.
No,
just gonna take care.
That's who he is. He does it from the heart, so it's not a broadcast. Like,
and
this
like
is what I'm...
No man left behind.
Right.
So
he really feels that.
Funerals get paid for, bonds get paid for, families get taken care of.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do, not what somebody got to expect. That's just taking care of my brother. Because I know my brother will do the same for me.
For you.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's his world, though. You know, it's like, I feel like people, they go on a journey. Okay. And it's like sometimes people, like, they not ready to see what they, like, you gonna see what you want to see till you ready. Right. And, you know, like, I did click on the stuff because, of course, like, you know, like, I felt like with Charleston White, I felt like, you know, it's like the type of stuff we do is like mental gymnastics. Mm-hmm. And if you're not from, like, you know what I'm saying, like a hard place, you're not gonna understand what he's doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, if he was just a regular person saying, I hate Asian people, nobody gonna click on it. Right. So he gotta rile you up and have you thinking all kind of stuff, but then at the end of the day, you think about what he's really saying is that he don't like when people use the N-word, you know what I'm saying, outside of his culture, which he has the right to. Right. You know, like, I feel like that, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say I don't use the word, but it took me a journey to even eliminate the word out of my vocabulary. Okay. And I'll still slip, but at the end of the day, it wasn't anything that somebody made me do. It was just by me pulling away from listening to rap music every day and being around so much vocabulary that people using loosely and just kind of isolating myself through the pandemic, that like I learned to, you know what I'm saying, like be in a quiet space.
Right.
And then it slowly eliminated it. So at the end of the day, like, it's like, I feel like that word is like, it's more associated with streets. Like, you know, when you say the N word, it's more like, oh, you from the streets. You know
but
what I'm saying?
But I take it as love and respect. Like, what up, my nigga? Like, as love.
Right, I mean, you think of Fee like that because he's your brother, so he can have that conversation with you, but like other cultures, how does that make you feel? Like if somebody walk up to you and, you know, oh, Var, you my nigga, and it's like...
But I know the intentions of a human being.
Right,
so it's
right.
Like, the word don't mean nothing. You could call me my brother and shoot me in the back of my head.
Right.
Okay.
I seen people say they love it and turn around and take the stand on the person they say they love. So it's really the intentions behind the person.
Okay.
A word don't mean nothing to me.
Okay.
But I do understand that our people went through what they went through.
Right.
That ain't the word we using. And we ain't about to play like that's the word we using.
I feel you on that. It's two different words.
They ain't got to say nigga and still shoot you.
Right.
With your hands up. You feel me? They ain't got to say nigga and do that.
Yeah.
They just do that, right?
They just do it. That's what we fight now, right?
I definitely feel like in my upbringing, it's like this. Like, okay, like, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Okay.
Right? My school, I was like there was 2 Asian kids in my class.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, by me going to school from kindergarten to 1st grade, I dealt with racism where people be like, you know, I look different. Okay. You know, like my mom used to come my hair all the way to about junior high, so I had the worst haircut.
Oh, you
like,
had a bowl
you know,
cut?
we all come from poverty, but black people was way fresher than Asian people, straight up. Like straight up, they always had new shoes.
Look how the fucking tables turn, huh?
I'm not gonna say it's
They got the
turn, but I'm
fucking
saying,
friends.
I'm saying like, you know, we looked at different, so it was easy to be like, let's make fun of him because he look crazy.
Because
like,
right. He looks different.
You know, so like in the beginning, like, you know, I used to take offense to it when people call me Chin Yong Yong, like, with the eyes and make up words, like, you know, so it's like I had to learn, like, they just playing. Right? So at first I'm like, I'm trying to fight everything. Like, I'm fighting everybody who messing with my little brother. I'm fighting everybody messing with me. And after a while, I'm just like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
So now, like, I'm cracking jokes at you now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make the whole class laugh. And you grow out of the mentality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, with even them, you know, like black people calling us like Chin Yong Yong, this and that, it's like they didn't really mean nothing by it. They just cracking jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something different.
So it's like, you know, it's just the context of everything.
Right.
But as far as like, you know, with like, you know, how I feel like people use that term with me, like I'm coming out the house at a young age and my neighbors are calling me that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sleep with listening to Tupac with a Walkman on, and all I hear all night is just the N-word, the N-word. So, you know, it becomes a part of your vocabulary without you even knowing it. Before you even knowing it is a bad thing, but my whole life I always felt like it was just like a term associated with something that was street. Yeah. Like when you call somebody, like, I'm not gonna go at his mama and be like, man, what's that in front of her? Like, you know, because like what we got going on ain't got nothing going on with, you know, like to her lifestyle. Right. So the same thing with your people and elderly people is just about being respectful too. You know what I mean? But I had to really go through the pandemic to really just eliminate that word because I was in silence for so long. Like, I stopped listening to music while I'm driving. Like, I wasn't tuned into no rap music or nothing.
Yeah, you had to, like, get it out your system.
Right,
get the detox.
right.
Yeah.
And, you know, with the awareness, with everything going on, it's just, you know, me evolving as a person. I feel like everybody got their own time because if somebody would have made me like, man, you ain't going to use that word, like, my ego would have been like, bro, I'm going to use it, like, because I want to.
Right.
You know, and it ain't even nothing about that subject. It's just the fact that I feel like somebody pressuring me out of using it.
Right.
So, you know, with everybody who, you know, like, they be like, you can't use the word, their ego is going to be like, it's just a evolving phase where, you know, you got to evolve and be like, look, I'm ready to let that word go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just because you're thinking more all around, like, you're not just thinking about your environment no more. Right. Some people still stuck in that everyday environment, like, you know.
Okay. So in the industry, I know you said earlier that you lost somebody due to COVID, but I know y'all have lost people just like throughout the years, you know, just the streets, the music. I know you lost BTY and you lost King Tokyo. How did that affect y'all? You know, losing somebody that you felt like was about to win, you know, right there, and you cared about him, that was family, and, you know, you lose somebody like that. How does somebody like y'all handle something like that?
That showed me don't take life for granted. Because like when Tokyo passed, my everything shifted. Okay. Because it was so much of
making plans like this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this when I come home. I'm gonna move like this, I'm gonna move like that. And just due to my circumstances, I couldn't move the way my mind was set up to move. Because before the pen, I was doing what I knew, but sitting me down in the pen and I'm able to get the knowledge that I need and know where I fucked up at and where I could do better at. And I come home and try to apply that, put that best foot forward, and then he just get, and it was like, whoo, what we gonna do now? Because I was done with music. Like, I ain't write a song in jail. Everybody, and it's like, I went to jail at my peak. So to come home and succeed was easy, but I didn't want it because I felt like his passion was there. My passion was the business. And I only built my company up so I can put an artist under there to carry it to the top. So by him passing, it was like a whole shift. Like, damn.
So after that shift, what?
I mean, you know, it don't stop. You gotta figure it out day by day. You gotta just keep going.
What they left behind and just using that in your everyday life to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they voice always gonna be in the back of your head, like, look, move this way, don't do that, do this. Like, you know, it's like, you know, like you spend so much time with a person, like I hear him in my ear all day, like, bro, don't do that, do this, you know, go this way, don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the people that's been put in your life, like, they gonna live in you forever, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, that's who watch over you and protect you. You know, all the people that, you know, you looked out for in life, like, they up in the skies and they constantly in your ear letting you know, like, it's the same thing. Like, they'll send you text messages every day on how to move. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, we be up on each other. Like, I'll be like, man, don't do that, do this. And, you know, we be keeping each other on our toes. Like, you know.
That's solid. So, I mean, it's hard to have that type of relationship in this time. Like, it's hard to trust people. And, I mean, people that you grow up with, I'm sure that have hurt you. And
I mean, everybody ain't gonna make it. But trust ain't hard because life is love. So, you know, if I love my brother, I'm gonna love him in spite of. So even though I trust you, I'm gonna trust you to do some stupid shit that you gonna do. But you dig?
Yeah.
I know what it is.
I know what it is.
I see a snake, I know it's a snake. So I'm at that mental space, so it ain't hard to trust because I know I got to, every day I got to do what I'm supposed to do. Not do what I want to do, but do what I'm supposed to do.
But I ain't gonna lie, even snakes be loyal. Like, you know, like if you watch the Discovery Channel, like snakes got, you know, snakes got personalities.
Yes.
You know, it's like, don't fuck with them.
Right.
You know, you fuck with them the wrong way, they gonna bite you.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, like, you know, like when your faith strong, they got people who will pick up a snake and be like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
It's like that church, huh?
You
You
know
like
what I'm
that
saying?
church that prays the snakes?
Well, look.
Well, y'all, that was Talk with Tara Lynn with Calliope Var and Fee from BBG. How amazing is that? Thank y'all so much.
Oh, shouts out to Fire E's too.
Shouts out to Fire E. That they were amazing.
Shout
the
out
food,
to
Spitter.
Send me a few bottles.
Yes, it's so good. All right. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of this episode. It was amazing.
So much fun. Thank you for having me.
No,
thank you. Back.
Thank you for coming. You are coming back. She is coming back. Yes.
Setting up camp on the Tara Lynn show.
Yes. Lisa Marie and Tara Lynn.
Time again. I got a brand new set of options. All my life, I'll make it quick, yeah. All my life, that's all my life, I'll make it spit. Shout if you work my time, then that's gonna be your life, so make a wish, yeah. Live it up, live it up, live it up. We in the town and we lit it up. They know we bought, we'll be getting bucks. How about that Lambo, that Billy truck? All I'll be rocking is vintage stuff. Fresh as fuck and I get plenty love.
Welcome to Talk with Tara Lynn, and today we have the talented BoDee from Commission Records.
Yes.
Awesome, right? How are you doing today?
I'm great. Never felt better. I'm really honored. This is the first show in the new location.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm honored, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, I am so honored that you are here. This is a big deal because this is our new set, so you're the first artist on it, so that's really cool. So what do you have going on right now?
Wow, we have a lot going on right now. I have a couple artists, me, my partner Smalls. We all got albums coming out. My album will be dropping September.
Ooh, that's exciting. The name of the album is?
The album is Doody. That's my childhood nickname. That's what the inner city knows me as, Central City. Doody.
Okay, Doody. And it's dropping?
September. Not an official date, but in September, we dropping that. Then we're gonna follow up with my other artist, Smalls. We haven't got a title to it just yet, but that's coming in October.
Okay.
And after that, I'm also planning a music fest during Jazz Fest weekend.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that.
You should be.
That's gonna be big.
That's huge.
It's my first show that I'm putting on.
Okay, so that's great.
Yeah, so it's a milestone for me, you know. So I'm really trying to make it
happen. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So how did BoDee start? What's the story behind you? What's your motivation?
My motivation, it comes from a lot of different places, honestly. I grew up in an impoverished neighborhood,
okay.
For one, you know. So that started the motivation, just to live a better life and to do something my family hasn't seen done before.
Right.
I was the first to go to college in my family, my immediate family.
Congratulations, that's huge. I will never take that from anybody. Big deal. College graduate, yes.
So, you know, it's things along that line that motivates me, you know, just to continue to be an example for my family, to continue to be successful for my kids, and build a legacy, you know.
Yeah.
So they remember the Stewart last name. That's what I'm trying to do.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So who would you want to work with? Well, who have you worked with, or who would you want to work with?
Some artists that I have worked with, J Money.
Okay.
Monster Luther King. I also worked with, who else? I know I'm forgetting people.
That's okay.
It's a long list.
Yes,
you know?
yes. Well, whoever comes to mind, you know, just give them a shout out.
If I'm forgetting you, it's not a problem.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and if I would work with anybody, I would work with many people. Jay-Z will probably be the first top on the list.
Yeah.
Wayne, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else? Kanye West.
Okay.
Those are some of my influences. Even on the R&B side, I want to work with Usher, you know, because he's a great artist. You know, country, I'll probably work with who? I don't know, you know.
Okay, you're just broad. You just want to work with good.
So wide.
Okay.
My production and my writing skills, the range is really wide. So the possibilities is endless.
Awesome. Okay, so what inspires your music? Like, what is your music about? What inspires you to write?
Things that inspire me to write are things that I live, seen, or heard done.
Okay.
You know, so I really come from a place of life experiences.
All right.
You know, I don't really fabricate too much. You know, you put stuff in there for entertainment purposes.
Right, but it's real life.
But it's real life. Yeah.
Okay, so your
my
music
is inspirational and uplifting.
Okay.
That's what I try to do. Inspirational, uplifting music that motivate people.
That motivates people, and that's what we need. Yeah, that's what we need right now, motivation.
I want to give the balance between the things that happen in the streets and things that happen in corporate world as well.
Right.
I've seen both.
Okay,
so I give it from those aspects and what the consequences of anything you do is as well.
Okay.
A lot of people glorify the streets, but they don't tell you the consequences of it either.
Right.
So I want to give the balance between the both.
Okay, so you have a corporate background also?
Yeah, I do. You know what I mean? I was working for the Dodgers. I was a marketing PR for the Dodgers.
Okay.
I'm in Santa Maria, so I got a little experience on that side. I've been on my journey. I've been blessed to have experience in many different aspects of life. You know what I mean? From the ground level all the way up to
the top.
Level.
Yeah.
So, and I want to bring that knowledge back to my peers and my family that don't have that knowledge. I've been blessed to get outside of the city and do other things.
Right, because you're versatile. So you want to give back to the community what you've learned.
Right, and show them that it is possible to overcome them obstacles in a positive way.
Right.
You know, it's other ways you can apply the hustle that you learn, you know, in the streets to many different avenues as well. You know what I mean? There's more than one way to hustle.
Right. Okay, is there anything in your life that was a test that turned into a testimony?
A test that turned into a testimony?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I got plenty of testimony.
Well, what was one thing that happened that you know changed you as a person or changed your perspective on life?
My daughter, having my first daughter.
Oh, that'll do it to you, right?
Yeah, it did, because it really slowed me down, like, you know, and made me value things that I didn't value before.
Okay.
You know, money, financially, you know,
okay.
I had to be more responsible.
Right.
You know, and it made me value women in a different way as well. Not that I didn't, you know, but it brings on a different perspective. Really
when you have a daughter.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like I was just this, you know.
No, but it changes you as a person when you have your first child, especially a girl, you know, and that's daddy's little girl.
Right, you know, so that, you know, that changed me in a lot of ways, you know. That changed me in a lot of ways.
Okay, so is there anything that you want the people to know about you or your music or anything you want to put out there?
Yeah, when you listen to my music, man, I want y'all to hear the message and hear it from your perspective. Say it as though it's you know, speaking into your life. Because I write my music as though the consumer is saying it so they can speak these blessings into their life as well. Okay. So when you hear my music, I want you to be motivated and motivated towards success and positivity.
Awesome. Well, I love it. Until next time, baby.